Welcome back to No Man's Sky, and this video is going to be about ancient artifact sites. They can be plaques, monoliths and ruins. And that's what those maps will find for you. Okay, so let's go and visit each of them. Oh, what's the closest one? That's ages away. That's ages away. The ancient ruins off planet, so that's not helpful. Oh, there's an ancient ruins. Oh, that's a good start. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's first go to the ancient ruin. Okay, ancient ruins have a few different designs, but they will usually look a little bit like this. And you will notice a few of these little symbols around, right? These are knowledge stones, right? And they will teach you new words, assuming you don't already know all of the words like I do. Okay, there will be a varied amount of these here, usually 2 or 3. Sometimes you'll have a ball somewhere on it that you can roll around just for fun. And here's the main thing, right? So you can seek help with language or seek knowledge of the past. Now, I've already learnt all the words, so there's no reason for me to do that. Seek knowledge of the past, however, has marked a site somewhere. Over there. So which is where I'm going to take my ship. Look, a trade outpost. Okay, so it's pointed us towards the actual ruin. Alright, and again you'll find those symbols underground this time. Alright. So we're going to switch to our terrain manipulator. Let's just mark it so I can see where it is. And we found an artifact fragment. I need some space in my inventory. Right, and we've got ourselves an ancient key. Now we need 3 of them, so we need to dig up 3 of the 6 artifact fragments. You can dig up the entire ruin if you like, just for a bit of fun. But you shouldn't need to get the things you want. Right, that's our large artifact crate, that's what we're getting in a second. Okay, so that's 3 keys in my possession now. So now that I've got my 3 keys, I'm going to locate that large artifact crate. Okay, and we use the ancient keys we just picked up on these locks, and we find a rare item, in this case a lost artifact. Now the older the item is, the more it sells for. So if we have a look, not great, but not that bad either. Now there are underwater versions of the ruins that I've just shown you. Now they're slightly different because in the underwater ruins you interact with a weird little blobby creature, usually up the top here, and it will give you a key for one of the 3 underwater chests, right, that will also be buried. Right, so it's 3 chests buried but only 1 key, so you have to pick one of the 3 chests. Okay, so that's how the underwater ones differ from these. Okay, so that's the ruins. Is the plaque nearby? Let's do the plaque next. Okay, so this is a plaque. They all look fairly similar to each other. And again, seek help with language or seek knowledge of the past. Do knowledge of the past. And it's marked another ancient ruin. Okay, so we're not going to go and do that again because we got the point in the last one. Okay, so that's what a plaque does. Oh, I forgot to interact again. Does it do anything if you interact again? I forgot. No. No. I was just checking because the monoliths do, and that's what we're going to see next. Okay, so a monolith will pretty much always look like this, with some small differences, but this big platform here will always be there with something in the middle, usually looking a bit like that. Okay, and there will always be 3 knowledge stones around the outsides of it. Which will teach you some new words, if you don't already know all the words like I do. Okay, and this right here is your main thing. Okay, so get monolith. This one wants some metal. Right, it does random things, depending on how you answer whatever riddle there is. And it would appear that I did the wrong thing there, because it won't let me interact again, so I'm going to have to go find another one. Hey, that's slightly annoying. Oh yeah, it will almost always, if you pick the correct answer or an okay answer, it will give you whatever item for the race, which is important in a minute, when you interact again. Yeah, that's great. Is it a monolith? Nope. Thank you. Don't be the same one, whatever you do. Good. Sorry about this, guys. Oh my god, get there faster. Okay, so once again, it's the platform, 3 different knowledge stones, and this in the middle. Let's see if I can do a better job this time. Feek first spawn, beak common catalyst. Metal brings painful noise, furious noise, so not metal, they want a common catalyst. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so that would have teach me a new word there. Right, you'll notice it did a thing up into the sky there, which means I got it completely right, which means I can now interact again. Alright, and I can give them the Gek relic that it just gave me to locate a portal. Okay, and let's put the portal somewhere there on the heads-up display. That's the only way of finding a portal is by using these monoliths. Now you can find the monoliths with the maps or with your exocraft if you've upgraded them quite a bit. But yeah, you will need to do a monolith to find a portal. The story will send you to a portal on 3 separate occasions, but you will, on 2 of the 3 occasions, they'll already be opened up, charged up, so you can't use them for anything other than the story on those 2 occasions. So finally a portal, which I'm on the wrong side of. Okay, so it's like a Stargate. You have to have earned all the glyphs, which I'll show you in a second. You earn the glyphs by speaking to travellers, which you can find in space stations or at trade stations. You give them 100 nanites and they will tell you where their grave is. You go and interact with their grave and it will give you the glyphs. but when you find a portal, when you interact with that portal for the first time, you need to charge these glyphs up. Okay, so you can request the planet's address, alright, which will come up at the top there. Alright, but you can also find that down the bottom left there in photo mode. Okay, that's regardless of whether you visited a portal or not, it'll always be on the photo mode there. Or you can activate the portal. Now say you know the address for a planet you want to go to. Alright, so that address doesn't quite exist, so it's figuring out what the closest address to that is. And then going through the portal will send you to that location. Now, it's worth noting that whilst you are through a portal, you are just visiting, right? You cannot settle there without exploiting the game a little bit anyway. So you are just going to these locations to have a look around, to find some ships or multi-tools that you've seen online, go to somebody else's base, that other people have been here. But yeah, if you try, for example, to summon your freighter, you can't. Okay, if you try to build a base, it's simply not there. Okay, if you go into space and try to warp out of this star system, it won't let you. Okay, so you just get portal interference, so you are just visiting. The one way around that is for someone to, at this point, join your game, right, so that they are then on this planet, they're put on this planet, and then you quit the game and rejoin theirs, and you'll also be put on this planet, but you'll no longer have the portal interference. So that's a way around it, but that's cheating. Okay, so that was a video all about ancient artifact sites. So we visited plaques, monoliths, ruins and portals. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.